right? It's cut off. Everybody know LeBron James, but ain't nobody know the name of the guy that's signing his check. Do you notice that? If you do, you probably looked it up. That's the only reason you knew about it, or you know, they was talking about it or something. Most of the time you looked it up because they're not really talking about it. LeBron, ain't nobody got to tell you. People willingly look his salary up on Google. What's his net worth? That's just an estimate, because you're not going to be able to know how much they got, because some people have invested into real estate, housing, which is a smart move to make. That's how you can get actually money. I'm gonna hit them up with that, and then I'm gonna leave it. For example, let's say you have one wife, right, and then you get another, and then you get another. Let's say you have 3 wives, right? So now, 3 wives and you. So now, 2 of the wives, they work, and you work, gather money, and then you don't have to pay child, how you call it, not child support. Then you don't have to pay in babysitters, for example. You don't have to pay babysitters because your other wife, she already got that on deck. So one stays at home, raise the kids, guard the kids, teach kids, stuff like that, right? And then you have the others that are working too, just like you, right? So then therefore, what do you do after that? You start to get in more money than the average family. And before you know it, you can save up money. And if the women get tired, bored or something, then you switch up. Then the 2 that work, one of them then stays home, and then the other one works. You can do that a few years and stuff like that. Cool cat. So now once you get that on deck, then you start gathering money, and then you buy your first house, right? But you don't live in it yet. You buy your first house, then you rent it off, and then every room would be like an 700 euros, 600 euros. Every room you would rent it, but you make sure that you don't need a big house. You got like 4 excuse me, got like 4 rooms, 4 bedrooms. Could be 3, could be, but let's keep it on 4. So that's 4 times 600 or 700. It depends also in the area. If certain areas you can ask them 800 for a room, and they will gladly pay it, especially if they're students, because the government helps them at the same time. So then you can get yourself some government money and their money put together, and then you do that on a legit type tip. Okay, so now you get your income along with your 2 wives, 3 wives, well, 2 of them, you know, because one be working, sorry, one will not be working, sorry, something like my neck, I need to drink, but it's there, anyway. So and then one will be home and then doing their thing with the kids, and then the 2 others bring in money, you know, stuff like that. So now you got like 5 incomes. No, sorry, you got 3 of you, your 2 wives, and then you got the other 4 people in the house that's giving you money every month, 600, 700. Don't get too greedy. It's going to be better if you have a beautiful price, so that as soon as the kids that are colleging or stuff like that, whatever, they stay for 2 years, then as soon as the house is open, everybody gonna be jumping trying to get up in their house. You know what I'm saying? Keep it low. Don't be too greedy. Labor not to be rich, but I'm just giving you an example of what you can do. So once that is set up, then now you're gonna get faster income of money, right? Or something. You're gonna get a faster income of money because now you have that house that you rent, that you bought for yourself, but you rented out the rooms, and then you have the 2 women and yourself, and then before you know it, you can buy yourself another house, because you're going to gather up all the money put together. You're going to do that, and then you start and rinse and repeat the same thing. Now you have 2 houses with 4 bed rooms each, so that's 8. Then you have 8 times 6 to 700 euros. Like I said, you can charge 8 because I see people getting charged 8, but don't do it. Just keep it humble. 7, 6 is good, because you're gonna have a whole line behind trying to get in, especially if the students only stay for a year and 2 years, stuff like that. In that region, you should buy a house. You need to do it with a mindset, a determined mindset. Like, you don't go to a place where you know people are going to want to live and don't buy a house there. Go to a place where you know there's a school right here. Okay, cool, cat. There's a university there. There's this here, there's that here. Okay, cool. And then you go a little bit outside of that region, because if you go like in smack middle, they're going to charge you more for that house. So you go outside of that little bit, so it's still connected to the city, but outside of the city. That's the beautiful spot right there. So now you got 2 houses, 2 incomes there. That's what, 8 times, 600-700. Don't charge them too much. 4 times 6, 7, believe me, 100 euros makes a difference. If you're going to buy some technology and, you know, it's like 600, and then they want to actually charge you 7, and then they'd be like, you know what, take it for 6, or it's priced off, like sales. It used to be 7, now it's 6. Ain't you going to be happy? You're going to be happy, right? Well, same thing with the houses. You just hit them up for 6, 7. 6 or 7. Okay, cool, cat. So that's 8 times, and let's keep it on 700. 8 times 700 a month. That's what you're getting, because you done bought these 2 houses. So you're gonna be a little bit up and down for a while. Your first house, you know, you spend spare money. Gather money, and then you're gonna lose a little bit buying the house, and then you're gonna gather it up faster than the first house. Gather it up, and then you're gonna lose money again because you're gonna buy a second house. But now it's going to go faster than how you gathered the money the first 2 times. And then, once that 3rd time come in, then you are able to buy a 3rd house. And by that time, if you want to, you could basically move out and get yourself not a renting house anymore. Get yourself now a buy house too. So now you have 4 houses. One that you live in with the fam. So now you have less spending on the rent. The rent, motherfucker. The rent, dude. The rent, right? So now you're gonna have less of that. Cool cat. But basically, let me speed it off. You're gonna now have 4 houses, one you live in for yourself. So that's less spending on the house, you know, the rent and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so now you get another house. So now you have 4 houses income, passive income. You ain't doing nothing. You just get passive income, 4 houses, and then you have 1 house that you have for the fam. And maybe by that time, I don't know, it's not that long. It's not going to take that long. But let's just give an example, just to shorten everything so that I don't have to go with the years and all that crap alone. Now your kids is on a level to where they can bring money income to. Let's say now your kids is 18 and all that type of stuff. So now, and you got multiple children. You got like 2 or 3 with one. And then you got 2 or 3 or 4 with another, and the same thing with another. You got 2, 3, 4. So now that's a whole massive amount of income that you got over there and stuff like that. And you're still young enough to put that work in. So you do that, and now you got a massive amount of coming in. So now you have to teach your children to be that. Look, I'm just giving you an example. I'm not telling you to go do this, because this is the end. We at the end of Esau right now. I'm just giving you a wild idea to show you basically how Esau got this world. He kept it in the family. The thing that I just gave to you, he didn't actually do it like that. I'm just giving you an example of this is how you can build an empire. But you shouldn't be building an empire in this day and age right about now, because it's a dying empire. You know, so the thing that I just told you, it might seem like a plausible idea, and it is. If we was back in the freaking 60s or something, then it would be a good idea. You could build a little on riches and stuff like that. For not riches, but basically to set yourself up good financially, and then you can basically live off of that. And by the time your kids are grown, you can let them inherit certain things. Teach them how to actually do the same thing how you got big. Get yourself multiple wives, and then do that. That's all you need, multiple wives. All you need is multiple wives in order for you to get rich. And I'm not talking about rich, I'm talking about just being good. And then you can give your inheritance to your children, and then teach them the same mechanisms in order for them to be secure. But you can't just find loose-headed women and stuff like that. You need to find the ones that will be until death do you part. But like I said, these are all just suggestions, and I'm not telling you to do it, because the Most High said labor not to be rich. That's first and foremost. Second is This kingdom is fallen anyway. So I'm not, because you might be thinking like, hey, man, this guy's trying to get rich. Nah, man, I ain't even trying to get some girls and stuff like that. I ain't even on that tip, man. I'm on that other tip, man. Not the dick. That sounds. After I said it, I was like that. Not bullshit. But anyway, I'm on the other mindset. I just say that. Not upgraded with this. I'm on another mindset, right? Which is hunter. I don't care what you got, bro. Oh, you think I'm jealous? You must not have seen my sword. So yeah, basically that's it, man. So let me leave it at that. I got the 10 minutes walk, and let me leave you with this one. Labor not to be rich, but I'm just giving you one example, one of many examples why Esau says that. Sorry. Why Esau says that he doesn't allow for people to have multiple wives, because you can grow wealth thereby, and he knows that. And you can also grow too many children, which he don't want neither, because he wants the earth population to dissolve and not off of itself by killing, making. That's why you have the ingredients in the stores, the food. That's why the ingredients in the food to kill you. If you type the food ingredients, and then you type behind it dangers, you're gonna be afraid to eat, because you're gonna be like, how the hell is this even allowed in the food? That's because niggas don't read. These Edomites don't read neither. But now we got a supercomputer in our hand. Back in the days, you just go in the store, you buy stuff. You don't look at the ingredients because you don't know that your enemy is feeding you. Oh, yeah, you do know your enemy is feeding you, but I mean, like, you didn't know that he was that deep, that thick with the hatred. You don't know hatred until you know about what Esau's doing. Then you're gonna be like, damn, I thought I had hatred. Nah, man, he got more. To poison someone daily, every day of your life, to poison someone with the food that they're selling you, that's one of the ultimate forms of hatred. To poison your food, make you sick, and then it's gonna cause you to go to the doctors, and then I'm gonna get paid off of your sickness. How about that? Real dope. Just like how he sent you out in the world to go map the world for free, playing a stupid game, and then charge you on top of that too. You're working, and he's making you pay. You do more than 8-hour shift a day, because sometimes kids just have fun. I mean, like, not even kids. These motherfuckers is 20 years, 30 years old, playing a stupid game called Pokemon Go. Then they do that, and then and then they pay for it too, because you gotta pay for that. You gotta pay for the game. So anyway, so this is Proverbs 23, last one, verse 4. It says here, labor not to be rich, seize from thine own wisdom. All the stupid wisdom that you have, stop it. The wisdom of the world. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? This world is going to be a no world. It's going to be a not. So I'm not telling you or giving you advice to do that. I'm just giving you an example of this is how you create generational wealth. You need to have a family, and that family, especially the wives, is going to set it up. Well, not set it up, sorry. The man is going to set it up, but through the wives, you're going to be able to set it up, or else it's going to be very hard. It's going to be harder, right? Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. So your money ain't shit. Because your money is going to lose you. And after you're dead, somebody else is going to pick up that money and spend it. So you're not taking that money anyway. What you think, you Pharaoh? His dumbass. He left all the gold for Esau to come and steal. You remember that part? Yeah? You remember the part when he's a tomb raider? Indiana Jones is a thief. Lara Croft from Tomb Raider That woman, her game is called Tomb Raider. You know what a raider is? A raider, Easy-E had the thing that he had socks on his head and stuff like that. But he got the raiders too, man. Raider is a robber. That's what they are. They don't stone, but they glorified in their movies. Indiana Jones, fucking thief, goddamn thief. He's supposed to be killed right there. That's why the Hamites had all kind of contraptions that if you come to steal, you're gonna die. Boulders chasing them, all kind of traps. Why? To keep you away from that money that he had in the tomb, which he can't even spend. He's dead. So who else? Who comes to come and get it? The next best robber. And you have to understand, the heathen nations that was in that land, they had respect for the dead. They wouldn't come in the tombs. Those tombs have been there for over 2,000 years. Ain't nobody going in them tombs to go get that gold. Esau, he's a sacrilegious piece of shit. He don't give a fuck. He just went in there, spit on the dead, took your dead body, put you on display. How about that? That's the lack of respect that they have. Impiety. Disrespect. And them Hamites ain't even fighting for keep us back our things. It's our full fortress. They're not even fighting. Because they don't care. Ain't no Africans from Africa itself, Hamites, claiming Egypt. Because they be like, fuck that shit, ain't fast. Only a Jacob descendant is still talking about, whatever the fuck you call yourself nowadays. You're not, you're an Israelite, doofus. So with that, I'm going to give all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Bashem Yahashah, Bashem Rabakadash, double honor to all the apostles of Great Millstone, for the teachings of the scriptures among other things. And Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Shalom.